Today, the Eagles are getting some love from the NFL as they get to have back-to-back primetime games here in weeks 2 and 3. Week 2, we've got the home opener, Sunday Night Football against the Green Bay Packers. And then week 3, we head down to Landover, Maryland for Monday Night Football against our division foes, the Washington Football Team. Here in season number 5, our goal is clear. After losing in the NFC Championship last year, we have Super Bowl aspirations, and I feel that we made the moves in the offseason necessary to do that, and our Week 1 48-13 win over the Raiders certainly gave us some early optimism. Even though the Raiders are not the best of teams, we played fantastically against them, so hopefully we can keep the momentum rolling here against Jordan Love and the Packers. Jordan Love has done a pretty good job as the heir apparent for Aaron Rodgers. He did throw 2 interceptions in a loss last week, but in his first 2 full seasons as a starter, he's been pretty good. They have plenty of talent on offense with Aaron Jones, Isaiah Thomas, Dominic Porter, Noah Fant, and a lot of great defensive players, including Jair Alexander, Kenny Clark, Rashawn Gary, even though Gary is out for today's game with an injury. But this is a talented football team. They made the playoffs. They actually won their division last year as the number 4 seed in the NFC, so even though they started the year with a loss, we are not going to underestimate these guys. The Packers always know how to build winning teams. They just can't get over the hump. So we've got Week 2 Sunday Night Football here at the Link, the home debut for all of our new Eagles, including quarterback Malachi Madison, who threw for 4 touchdowns in his Eagles debut a week ago against the Raiders. Malachi Madison, of course, spent his first 3 seasons as the starter in Indianapolis. Didn't really work there, so he is getting another opportunity here in Philadelphia. I know it's only been 1 game, but he's looked pretty darn good. The Eagles open up the football, 3rd and 4. Malachi Madison drops back to throw it, trying to find somebody open. He could run for the first down. He thought he had Devontae Smith open, but misfires. So the pass from Madison there is incomplete. That'll force a punt, and Green Bay quickly gets the ball after forcing a 3 and out. First down for the Packers. Here is Jordan Love under pressure, sacked on the play by Winston Johnson. Johnson is one of the many Philadelphia Eagles who are due for contract extensions in the offseason. Johnson looked pretty good in Week 1 against the Raiders, as did everybody on our team. I'm curious to see how the rest of his season goes. So the Eagles will get the ball back. So far, so good for both defenses as Madison connects with Tykeem Keon, the Texas Longhorn connection for a gain of 24. Good to have these 2 guys reunited, teammates in college. Tykeem Keon caught 2 touchdown passes in Week 1, so it's clear that the chemistry those 2 had hasn't gone anywhere. JT DeMarco with a gain of 16. That'll bring the Eagles to the 9-yard line, now backed up at the 14 after a penalty. It's a 3rd and goal. Madison looking to scramble with it. He's going to try to run for the touchdown, tries to juke away from the safety, but he is brought down at the 2-yard line by Ifeanyi Chukwu. Not Chukwu, the former first-rounder out of South Carolina. So it's 4th and goal. The Eagles' offense stays on the field. They're going to go for it. Madison is Keon wide open, and he drops the ball. Tykeem Keon had that right in his hands, and he dropped it. That single-handedly takes 7 points off the board. A massive play against the Eagles there. Huge break for Green Bay. Only the Packers would find a way to get that kind of luck on their side. So Green Bay has the football back from the 18. Nice throw from Love over to his tight end, Noah Fant, who was part of the Aaron Rodgers trade a couple years back with the Broncos. Is on first down. Love from the 35-yard line connects with Isaiah Thomas III, the former Westlake Hornet, who has been a superstar in the NFL through his first 2 seasons with the Packers. Was a Pro Bowler in each of his first 2 years, and in Week 1, he recorded 140 yards and 3 touchdowns. So he continues to have a great start to his career on 3rd and 4. Another conversion back to Noah Fant, who brings it to the 10. Green Bay moving the ball nicely here towards the tail end of the first quarter. As Jordan Love on 2nd and goal is under a little bit of pressure. It's a fumble. Nehemiah Richardson with the strip sack. It is picked up, however, by the right tackle. I believe that's Spencer Brown. Nehemiah Richardson, you don't normally see him making plays in the backfield as that wraps up the first quarter. No score, tied at 0, but Green Bay is pretty close here to possibly getting a touchdown or a field goal. It is 4th and goal, so they're going to have to settle for 3. They have Justin Tucker now as their kicker, probably the 2nd best kicker in football, only behind our very own Zebediah Phoenix II, as Tucker splits the uprights, and the Packers are on the board first as they lead this game 3-0. The Eagles' offense with no points on their first 2 drives after the offense completely dominated last week. Philadelphia looking to get something going. Malachi Madison going to scramble and run with it. Madison with a good play, sliding at the 50-yard line for a gain of 18. Nice run there for Madison, and now the Eagles have it at 36. Malachi Madison drops back to throw, scrambling to his right, trying to avoid the sack, but it's not going to happen. He's brought down by James for a loss of 14, and the Eagles are right back at the 50-yard line. 2nd and 24 now from midfield. Madison looking to throw it. He has an open man deep downfield. It's Rosemont St. Clair, who has nothing but green grass ahead, breaks the tackle into the end zone for a touchdown. Rosemont St. Clair with a 50-yard score. He had wide open room to the left side of the field, did a good job of breaking the late tackle from Eric Stokes, and so the Eagles lead now 7-3. Green Bay Packers now with the football, trying to find the end zone for the first time today. Wide open down the field is Cole Beasley. It's a shame Cole Beasley and Aaron Rodgers never played together for obvious reasons. We could have memed the hell out of them. Green Bay now has a 4-yard line, 1st and goal, 2.5 minutes to go. Jordan Love alone in the backfield. He has an open man. It's his tight end, Noah Fant, for the touchdown, and the Packers will take the lead right back. Noah Fant with the easy score, so it's now 10-7. The Eagles don't have a lot of time left here in the first half as they look to tie or take the lead. Madison gets it over to Ty Keane out of bounds at the 35. Philadelphia moving it nicely, now with it at the 18 on 1st down. Madison scrambling to his right once again, and he's picked off. Ifeanyi Chukwu with the interception. It looked like Ty Keon was open, but Malachi Madison did not put enough arc into his pass. So it was pretty much a line drive over to Keon, and that decision backfires as Chukwu picks it off. So Green Bay now has the ball, about 30 seconds left in the half. Jordan Love takes a shot deep downfield, one-on-one coverage, it's picked off. Joko Onwosu with the interception. So both teams trade off interceptions. Certainly doesn't really bode well for the Eagles, however, because they had it inside the red zone. Now they're backed up all the way at the 13-yard line. Pretty much needed a miracle here to score before halftime. Madison, under pressure, gets it over to St. Clair to the 37. The Eagles call their second timeout. They could get into field goal range and possibly try to tie the game. We know Zebediah Phoenix is probably the strongest leg in the National Football League. 2nd and 10. There's Devontae Smith wide open, goes for the spin move. He could have ran out of bounds and given the Eagles another play, but they would have had to move really quickly. So instead, he stays in bounds. The Eagles call a timeout at 3 seconds. Now it's a 48-yard field goal for Zebediah Phoenix. The Packers have somebody back to return the kick, as if Zebediah Phoenix would be short. Maybe he'd miss it wide to the left or the right, but he's not going to be short from 48. So Phoenix makes the kick. That'll wrap up the first half. Pretty close start as we are tied at 10. Neither team has really had a whole lot of control so far. It's sort of been a what you can do, I'll follow suit with. We haven't really ran the ball all that well today, so I do want to improve that here in the second half. And then defensively, our run defense is looking really good, but our pass defense, minus the interception, not so much. Jordan Love has had a really good day throwing the football. Green Bay with it. There's Dominic Porter. Porter with a nice move. Breaks the tackle from Orient, and he is in for a touchdown. The former Westlake receiver, Dominic Porter, will put the Packers back up ahead. 17-10, Green Bay leads. The Eagles now with the ball back as Rosemont St. Clair with a nice run up the middle. Rosemont St. Clair hasn't gotten the ball a ton today, but when he has, he's been making plays, looking really good out there, whether it's as a receiver or running it out the backfield. 2nd and 8. Woo! Nice little juke move as he's eventually wrapped up at the 35-yard line by Jaden Dobbs, the younger brother of Eagles backup wide receiver Troy Dobbs. A little fun storyline there. 2nd and inches, it's JT DeMarco who brings it nearly to the end zone. A gain of 23 for DeMarco, who is wrapped up at the 2. The Eagles are very close to the end zone here, looking to punch it in and tie it up, as it's the big running back, Tazwell Hubbard, who is in for the score. We are knotted up at 17. Tazwell Hubbard has really not played all that well today, coming off a great performance last week, but Hubbard does find the end zone. Don't worry, Tazwell Hubbard fantasy owners, you'll get your points, and we are now knotted up. Green Bay looking to take the lead back as Fant fumbles it. Joko Onwosu with the force, and it's recovered by C.J. Thomas. As soon as the play was blown dead, I realized one thing. They're going to review this and probably reverse it. That really did not look like a fumble in live time, and indeed, Noah Fant is clearly down. So this play is going to be reversed. A massive break for Packers, who not only get to keep the ball, but get a nice first down out of it. Green Bay now at the 17, handoff for Alexander Madison, stuffed in the backfield for a loss of 3. C.J. Thomas rocking the baby. He had the initial hit. Joko Nwosu finished him off. Joko Nwosu has been unbelievably good today, flying all around the field. Now to 3rd and 12. Eagles trying to send a lot of pressure here, but Jordan Love has all day to throw it. Love backing up, and he is eventually going to be sacked. J.J. Watt with his first sack as an Eagle. Turned down for Watt, and it looks like Green Bay's not going to find the end zone. They'll have to settle for the field goal. Justin Tucker here at the buzzer of the 3rd quarter. It is good. 20-17, your score through 3. Green Bay ahead. We'll see if the Eagles can get the comeback here in the 4th quarter, or if Philadelphia will lose their first game of the season. The Eagles have the football, looking to do some damage here to start the 4th quarter. Is on 2nd and 6. Malachi Madison's going to scramble to his left. He has an open man deep downfield. It's for rookie tight end Machado Yamaguchi, who brings it to the 38, quickly wrapped up by Nwachukwu. 3rd and 5 now at the 33 for Philadelphia. The Eagles hoping for a touchdown to take the lead, but I don't think that's going to happen as Madison misfires for Tykeem Keon. The field goal team comes out. It's a 50-yard attempt for Zebediah Phoenix, who made one from 48 earlier. His kick splits the uprights, and we are tied at 20. Seems like both teams are trading off scores. One gets a field goal, the other gets a field goal. One gets a touchdown, the other gets a touchdown. One gets a stop, the other gets a stop. Speaking of stops, that's what happens there. A 3-and-out for Green Bay as Jordan Love's pass is offline. So now the Eagles have it. 3rd and inches, handoff for Hubbard, and he gets stopped. Kenny Clark just mauls by Jason Kelce. So it's a 4th and 2 at the 43. The Packers 43 to be specific. Eagles had an interesting decision and dilemma. They decided to punt it. They trust their defense. We'll see if that decision pays off as Noah Fant gets a gain of 17 yards. That'll knock Green Bay out of safety territory as that play was made from the 8. 3rd and 7 now at the 28. Maybe the biggest play of the game so far. Jordan Love looks to throw it. He's going to go short for Traylon McClure, and it looks like he's just shy. Joko Nwosu makes another play, and indeed, it is 4th and 1. The Packers would elect to punt it. So the Eagles had the ball. Can Malachi Madison lead his first game-winning drive as an Eagle? 2nd and 10 from the 20, under 3 minutes to go. Madison scrambles to the left. He's going to keep it himself. Madison with the spin move, and he gets 14. Malachi Madison's one of the best rushing quarterbacks in the NFL. He didn't really get to run as much as he would have hoped for in Indianapolis. And here at the Eagles, he's had a lot more freedom to do sort of what he wants. 2nd and 10. Madison has an open man. It's Devontae Smith who brings it to the 40, quickly wrapped up by Stokes. The Eagles are getting very close to field goal range. And again, keep in mind, Zebediah Phoenix can make very, very long kicks. He had one from 63 yards a week ago against the Raiders. Now at the 2-minute warning, we're tied at 20. The Eagles appear to be in a good spot, but this game ain't over. 2nd and 6, handoff for Hubbard. We've got a flag. This could be a big deal. It could move the Eagles out of field goal range, or it could give them a first down, and it's going to move them back. It's going to be a holding against Marcus Crum. That could be a costly flag there if the Eagles don't get back in field goal range. 3rd and 10, the Packers still not using their timeouts for whatever reason as Hubbard gets it to the 38, and indeed Green Bay finally calls a timeout. So it'll be a 55-yard field goal attempt here for Zebediah Phoenix to give the Eagles the lead. Phoenix 2 for 2 today. Can he get another one? This kick is up. It is good. Right down the middle, and the Eagles lead by 3, courteous of a possibly game-winning field goal by Zebediah Phoenix. The Packers have 36 seconds and 2 timeouts. Is that too much time for Jordan Love and the offense? Love on first down, takes a shot, deep downfield. It's caught, but out of bounds. Would have been an unbelievable play there for Isaiah Thomas III, as there's Justin Tucker warming up. Not many other kickers in the NFL you would rather in this situation than Tucker. Maybe nobody other than Zebediah Phoenix. 2nd and 10. Here's Jordan Love. Look at the amount of time he has. Look at Aaron Donald. He just stopped. He couldn't move. So Jordan Love heaves up a prayer, and it's caught by Isaiah Thomas III. A huge gain after Jordan Love had a good, 10 seconds in the pocket. Following play, now at the 20-yard line, Green Bay out of timeouts. The Eagles just used a timeout here to try to ice the kicker. 37-yard attempt here for Justin Tucker. He should be able to knock this one in and tie it up as his kick is up, and it is good. So with 8 seconds to go, we're tied at 23. Barring something crazy, it looks like we are headed to overtime. The Eagles are going to run one more play. They're not going to kneel the clock out. They are going to take a shot deep. Madison scrambles to the left side, hoping somebody gets open. Heaves up a prayer downfield for Tykeem Keon. He got it in the end zone, and the Eagles are going to walk it off. Tykeem Keon with the game-winning touchdown as time expires. An unbelievable ending to the game. The University of Texas connection. Malachi Madison to Tykeem Keon, the play of the series. An unbelievable route, an unbelievable catch by Keon, and an unbelievable throw by Malachi Madison in just his second game as a Philadelphia Eagle. And Philly's going to win this one 29-23 at the buzzer. Wow, I'm pretty much speechless. I really don't know what to say there. An unbelievable game, an unbelievable ending. But the Philadelphia Eagles will prevail. It really looks like we were going to go to overtime. But Madison and Keon said, we want to be done now. Let's look at this again from both Madison and Keon's perspectives. Madison was under a ton of pressure. He just kind of had to heave it up for Tykeem Keon, who was double-teamed by Jair Alexander and Ifeanyi Chukwu, the Packers' two best DBs. And Tykeem Keon just burns both of them, leaving them in the dust. 97 speed right there on Tykeem Keon, really showing it. As we look at the final numbers, I thought both quarterbacks were really good. Malachi Madison only completed 15 passes, but he had 360 yards, whereas Jordan Love was more focused on the short game and accuracy, but both quarterbacks were great. Both teams had a hard time running the ball. As we look at the receiving numbers, Tykeem Keon, the only player with over 100 yards, largely because of his game-winning touchdown, which went for a majority of them. Sacks for J.J. Watt, Nehemiah Richardson, and Winston Johnson, being the interception from Joko Nwosu. And both Justin Tucker and Zebediah Phoenix lived up to the billing as the top two kickers in football. So that'll bring us to Week 3, Monday Night Football here at FedEx Field against the 1-1 Washington football team, who lost their first game, won their second, led by third-year quarterback Joe Kilpatrick, the former North Carolina State alum. So as we enter Week 3, we do have some storylines going into this game. Obviously, this is a divisional matchup. But as you can see, we have a breakout player, our first breakout opportunity of the season. We don't see who it is, but they're talking about catching the football. So I'm immediately assuming that this is Tykeem Keon. We need 4 touchdowns or 200 yards to complete the challenge, which would push him up to Superstar X Factor. Tykeem Keon's had 2 really good games this season, and I'm expecting a huge year from Keon, who's already been great. In his first 3 seasons, he's gotten over 1,000 yards, but this year's going to be even better with his old college quarterback. Of course, Keon had the game-winning touchdown last week. He only has 10 yards after the catch this year. He needs more. He's a yards after catch guy. Keon is a free agent this year, along with a number of other guys. I figured I would show you how much money they want. Malachi Madison wants over $130 million. The next most expensive player would be Winston Johnson, of all people. Not Tykeem Keon, not C.J. Thomas. It's Winston Johnson, who wants $81 million. So as we look at this Washington team, of course, led by Joe Kilpatrick, their defensive line is great. They're top 4 players. They've got some talent on offense as well. They signed Kenny Golladay in the offseason. Everybody in the NFC East won last week, too. Remember, we were the only ones who won in Week 1, but all 4 teams were able to get victory in Week 2. That won't be the case here in Week 3, considering 2 of them are playing against each other, the Eagles and the Washington football team. We've had some really competitive games throughout this series with Washington, so it should be fun to see who gets the upper hand this time around. Will it be Joe Kilpatrick and the football team, or Malachi Madison and the Eagles, looking for, I believe, our first 3-0 start of this entire series? I don't think we've started 3-0 yet in any of the first 4 seasons, so hopefully we can do it here in year number 5 by getting the win today against the football team. Second and inches, here's Joe Kilpatrick under pressure, sacked by Nehemiah Richardson and J.J. Watt. I feel like Nehemiah Richardson probably doesn't even have 1.5 sacks throughout his entire career, and he is that today. Remember the strip sack against Green Bay, and now half a sack with Watt. 3rd and 6, Kilpatrick nearly sacked. He gets it over to Damian Rose, who is popped by Edmund Orient. So that'll force a stop. Good start for the Philadelphia defense, and the Eagles have it back on offense, coming off their game-winning touchdown a week ago, courteous of Malachi Madison and Tykeem Keon. Rosemont St. Clair had a really good game against the Packers, but he loses a yard there on 3rd and 3, wrapped up by Kendall Fuller. So that'll bring out the punt team. It's Jack Fox on for the punt, and this one is a beauty. Not only down at the 1, but it's down at like the 1-inch yard line. That ball was stopped literally right in front of the end zone. So Washington is in clear safety territory as it's a 3rd and 8 from the 3. They're just running the ball. They want to avoid a possible sack, which could lead to a safety. So Antonio Gibson doesn't get a whole lot there on that drive. Not that it's really his fault. More so just great special teams by Jack Fox. So the Eagles had the ball back on offense. Madison sacked on 1st down for a big loss. by Montez Sweat. Washington has 4 92-plus overall defensive linemen with Sweat, Deron Payne, Jonathan Allen, and Chase Young, who all have been on this team for quite a while. 3rd and 12, St. Clair drops what could have been a first down. So on 4th and 12, the Eagles bring out the field goal team. 63-yard attempt for Zebediah Phoenix, and he makes it like it's nothing. I don't know how he does it. Zebediah Phoenix has now made 2 63-yard field goals this season. He has to hold the record for the most 60-yard kicks in NFL history. There's no way he doesn't. He has at least 7 or 8 at this point. I do not know how he does it. So Washington has the ball back. First down. Kilpatrick nearly sacked by Isaiah Simmons. Heaves it up, and it's somehow caught for a first down. He was literally throwing that ball while under pressure, and Damian Rose was able to make the play somehow, some way. From the 45 after the lucky play, and Isaiah Simmons gets the sack. Simmons nearly got a sack on the previous play, but he got tripped up, it looks like. So he makes up for his mistake by wrapping up the quarterback, and Washington's offense would do nothing on that drive as the Eagles get it back. Tezwa Hubbard on first down loses 2 more, ramped up by Chase Young. And the Eagles' run game really has not looked all that good 2 weeks in a row now. The pass game has looked really good. There's Devontae Smith to the 50, a gain of 33 yards. That's the first completion all day by Malachi Madison, and we wrap up the first quarter 3-0. The Eagles lead with a 63-yard field goal from Zebediah Phoenix. Here to start the second quarter, it's a 2nd and 5. Malachi Madison with a very risky throw for Tykeem Keon. The defender very easily could have made a play on that ball, but Keon finally catches his first pass of the game. Now from the 28, Madison fumbles it, and it's picked up by Washington. Chase Young with the strip sack. It's picked up by Montez Sweat, and the Eagles turn over the football. Both tackles just completely did nothing on that play. But luckily, it's not going to matter, as on 3rd and 3, Antonio Gibson loses a few on the screen. It's Cleveland Furl who makes the play. Both defenses playing out of their minds to start this game as the Eagles have it back on first down. Madison has open rushing room. Here goes Malachi Madison. Slides down, or he attempted to slide, at the 41-yard line, hit by Jamin Davis. The Eagles have had a few good drives. They just haven't really been able to capitalize off of said drives. We'll see if this is where they're finally able to do it as Keon brings it to the 23. Now at the 1, 1st and goal. The Eagles are very close here to the end zone. Madison under pressure launches a dime for Tykeem Keon for the score. Keon with touchdowns in each of his first 3 games of the season. He only needs 3 more for Superstar X Factor, or about like 150 yards. So the Eagles now lead 10-0. Another short pass for Gibson on 3rd down, and another stop for the Eagles defense. This time Isaiah Simmons makes the play. Joe Kilpatrick has been efficient. He's 8 for 10, but he hasn't really thrown many passes beyond 7 or 8 yards. So the Eagles have the ball back, and it's going to be a 3-and-out for them as Malachi Madison had JT DeMarco open, but he misfired. So that forces a punt. Washington has it back. 2nd and 4. Nice throw up the middle for Curtis Samuel. He gets it from one 39-yard line to the other. Washington has yet to score today. We'll see if this is the drive that can change it. On first down, again up the middle, it's Gibson. Jukes by the defender, breaks the tackle from Thomas, and he is in for the score. Antonio Gibson puts the Washington football team ahead as it's 10-7. The Eagles back with the ball, 3rd and 1. Madison is a wide open man. It's Devontae Smith. Nobody even close to him as Smith is wrapped up out of bounds at the 12-yard line. That's a huge gain of about 56 yards for Smith. The Eagles still have 2 timeouts. Have a good opportunity to score. 3rd and 10. Madison looking to throw it. Can't find anybody open. Scrambling to his right, hoping Tykeem Keon makes a play. Instead, he's nearly intercepted. He's lucky Cameron Curl didn't pick off that pass. That could have been real bad. So instead, the field goal team comes out. 29-yard attempt here for everybody's favorite kicker, Zebediah Phoenix for 2nd. He makes it. That'll wrap up the first half. The Eagles are up 13-7. It feels like we should be up more. We've had a lot of opportunities to get big plays, and we just haven't capitalized. The defense is playing really well, and the offense is moving it down the field, but we've really struggled inside the 50-yard line to generate offense. The run game, again, has been pretty poor, whereas on defense, we're going to focus on stopping the pass. I think we're going to be up here most of the second half. So Washington's really going to try to throw the ball. Speaking of throwing the ball, there's a nice gain of 18 for Devontae Smith, who has sort of taken the shine off of what was supposed to be Tykeem Keon's day. 3rd and 9, Madison looking to run with it. He's pushed out of bounds by Curl, a couple yards shy of the first down marker. That'll make it a 4th and 3, and the Eagles are going to go for it. Interesting call. They could make it a two-score game, but the offense stays on the field. It's Rosemont St. Clair with the ball. He is stopped. Jamin Davis and company bring him down, so it remains a one-score game. A very interesting decision that ends up backfiring for the Eagles. Washington has it back, 3rd and 1. Short pass is caught by Rose, but he is out of bounds. Another big defensive stop and another failed opportunity on offense for Washington. The Eagles' offense then is abruptly stopped. Madison is incomplete for Tykeem Keon. Both offenses are just trading off the ball. Neither team is doing a good job of moving it down the field, and that's not going to change here. This pass is intercepted by Nehemiah Richardson. Just total miscommunication between the quarterback and the receiver. Kenny Golladay was going in for an out route, but I think Joe Kilpatrick thought he was going deep. But Nehemiah Richardson was there, about as easy of an interception as he's going to get. Seems like Nehemiah Richardson always plays really well against Washington. Devontae Smith gets 19 yards, continuing his outstanding performance, his first 100-yard game of the year. Now a 3rd and 8. Up the middle for an open man, it's Tykeem Keon. Jukes the defender, he's just shy of the end zone. But we have a flag, and this one is coming back. It's going to be a holding against the offense. They call it on the left tackle, Tyler Palumbo. So instead of a 1st and goal at the 1, it's now a 3rd and 18 at the 30. And to make matters worse, Malachi Madison is sacked for a loss of 8 by Chase Young. So now it's a 4th and 26. This is a bad spot to be in if you don't have a good kicker. Lucky for us, we have a good kicker. 55-yard attempt here for Zebediah Phoenix. He again drills it. Zebediah Phoenix has been probably the best kicker in the league through his first 3 years, but this season feels different. He's been even better, and we've relied on him even more. 16-7 your score here through 3. The Eagles with the lead. We'll see if they can hold on and start the year 3-0. 2nd and 11. Kilpatrick under pressure. He is sacked. J.J. Watt now with 1.5. J.J. Watt kind of started the season off slowly, but today against Washington and the second half against Green Bay, he's been really good. He's arguably been this team's best defensive lineman. There's Devontae Smith wide open down the field for the Eagle offense. It's a 62-yard touchdown, and Philadelphia extends the lead. The Eagles offense finally gets a big play in which they turn into a touchdown. Now they're going to go for 2, look to make it a clean 3-score game, and that they do. Machado Yamaguchi with the score, 24-7. Philadelphia finds themselves in a good spot, but don't put the pedal off the metal. If we've learned anything about this team, this game ain't over. 3rd and 10. Kilpatrick goes short, and it's only a gain of a couple yards for Austin Hooper. 4th and 7. Washington pretty much has no choice. They elect to go for it. Kilpatrick looks to throw it. He has a wide open man downfield. It's Damian Rose who gets by the defender. One man to beat. It's Diggins, and he beats him. Damian Rose, the former Westlake Hornet, in for a touchdown, and the Washington football team has it within 2 scores. It's 24-14. 3rd and 9 here for the offense. Madison looking for Yamaguchi. Throws him into a whole lot of traffic, and it's incomplete. So that forces a punt. Washington has it back. They can make it a 1-score game, and they still have time. 5 minutes left to go in the ball game as Austin Hooper is open up the middle. Hooper tormented the Eagles a year ago, but today Philadelphia has done a much better job of shutting him down. 3rd and 10 now at the 28. Kilpatrick has an open man. It's Damian Rose with the spin move. Gets by Richardson and is wrapped up by Richardson and Nwosu at the 14-yard line. Another nice play by Joko Nwosu, who I think has been our best defender through 3 games. I don't think that's a stretch. 2nd and inches. Wide open man in the end zone for the score, and it's now 24-21. It's the backup tight end, Brevin Jordan, who makes the play, and here with not a whole lot of time, now at the 2-minute warning, this game ain't over. Washington very well could make a comeback. 3rd and 3, handoff for Tazwell Hubbard. He does get the first down, gaining 4. Big first down there for the Eagles, who are lacking momentum. They've struggled here in the 4th quarter, but they can end it here. 2nd and 10, play action fake. Malachi Madison looking to throw it. He has time, and he connects with Tykeem Keon, who catches it inbounds. Keon going out of bounds stops the clock, but it gives the Eagles a new set of downs. 2nd and 6 now, looking to ice the game. Madison under pressure. He gets it to Devontae Smith. Washington sent the full-on blitz. They were expecting a run. The Eagles went with the pass, and that's how this game ends. The Philadelphia Eagles open up the season with a record of 3-0 as they defeat the Washington football team 24-21. This game was a little bit closer than it needed to be. I feel like we played a lot better than the score suggested. We had plenty of opportunities to find the end zone throughout the game. But we just didn't really capitalize, particularly in that first half. And then in the fourth quarter, we kind of slowed down a little bit. We were lucky to have that last drive to finish it off, but we didn't play all that well in quarter number 4. Both QBs were pretty good. Again, really focusing on the vertical passing game. Malachi Madison's completion percentage wasn't the best, but I don't think that's a huge deal. Joe Kilpatrick, I thought, was really impressive, minus the interception, which was a really bad throw, but he did play well. Malachi Madison led all players in rushing yards. Again, nobody really ran the ball well. We had a 200-yard receiver, and it was not Tykeem Keon. It was actually Devontae Smith. I knew he had a big game, but I was surprised that he had 200 yards. I wish we could trade his and Keon's stats for a breakout challenge. Keon only had 67 yards. Only 2 came after the catch. Again, I want Tykeem Keon to do more after the catch because he is so good with the football in his hands. It's not necessarily his fault. It's just that we're not giving him the opportunity. Zebediah Phoenix 3 for 3 on field goals, including his second 63-yarder of the season. So, of course, we didn't complete the breakout challenge. Devontae Smith got a 200-yard game, but he already has Superstar X Factor. We do have a new injury. It's not a starter, but it is somewhat significant. Our third tackle, Ifo Nobo Jumbo Roko, dislocated his elbow. He's going to miss the next 2 games. Again, even though he's not a starter, he's one of our most important backups. He's our third tackle. He's our swing tackle. So he is an important depth piece who will be out for weeks 4 and 5. We start in week 4 with a lot of little pop-up storylines. We're facing up against the 3-0 Lions, 2 of the just 7 teams that are 3-0 around the league. There are only 5 teams that are 0-3, including some surprises down there like the Bengals and the Chargers. So that's going to wrap up the episode. Hope everybody enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe. Next episode, we got 2 more pretty big games, including the 3-0 Detroit Lions, who are coming out with a vengeance after missing the playoffs last year. And then we have another primetime game in San Francisco against Trey Lance and the 49ers. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Peace out.